my name is Jasmine. If you are new here or returning back, definitely show your girl some love, like this video, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. For today's topic, we're actually going to discuss my 1 week update for the MacBook Air 2020. I'm so super excited to share all the things that I've learned, experienced with you guys. If you guys didn't actually see my unboxing video, definitely go ahead and watch that video, and also I'll probably put it down in the description box below. Anybody that is interested in learning more about a certain topic or just wanting to skip through that topic, you are more than welcome to click on the time slots, which I'll probably put down below. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. I won't go into too much details in regards to the specs, but I did get the Mac Air 2020 in the color of gold. The size that I got was a 13-inch. The processor was a Core i3, and the storage is 128. Excuse me, it's 256. Sorry. And then the memory is 8 gigabytes. So I'll probably put that information as well in the description box if you guys are curious. So yeah, pros that I find very useful for this MacBook are the Finder. Why I like the Finder on the MacBook, because it almost reminds you of your documents like icon when you were used to possibly an HP or Dell. And so from there, it's kind of like your safe document to find the applications, desktops, downloads, documents, and then you actually have a tags, like little list, and you can customize it per color. So that is the reason why I like it, because it's almost like my go-to icon when I need to find something quickly. The next thing that we're going to talk about that I like for my MacBook is the lightweight of it. So I cannot remember how much this weighs. I might just put it here, but this is an extremely lightweight MacBook. I've never had a MacBook before, but from various videos that I have watched, they talk about how easy it is to carry it around, or maybe they might put it in their like sleeve, you know, if they're going out and whatnot. But yeah, this is a very lightweight laptop, and I love that, because you don't want it to be too heavy, you know what I mean? But you also don't want to just throw it on across of your bed just because it's lightweight. The next thing that I personally experience is going to be the battery life. Honestly, I have been on Netflix, YouTube, iMovie, other apps, and honestly, the battery life for me personally has been good. Now, I can't tell you how long, but I will tell you this: it's been more than 2 to 3 hours where I can honestly say it's still at 60, percent or so. And again, I think, it just depends on what you're using, how long maybe you're using, and if you have various, apps up at the same time. So you also want to keep that in mind. So what I'm telling you is just based off of my personal experience. I'm really the type of person anyways to close apps just because that bothers me. So yeah, what I want to talk about is the sound. Oh my gosh. Now, again, I've never had a MacBook before, so I can't compare it to a older version, but that was like one of the first things that I noticed, like when I was on YouTube or in Spotify. I kid you not, like I literally looked up because it was just so easy to hear, and it just had this excitement. Like I had this excitement, when I heard like the sound. It was just very clear, it was very loud, I don't know how to explain it. It was amazing. And I don't know also if it's just because the little sound area is right off to the sides of your MacBook, but it's just so clear. It's very loud. So the next thing that we're going to talk about are the feature commands. So the cool thing about this is if you go to edit and you look underneath, it shows cut, copy, paste, etc. And it maybe cut or copy or paste, etc. So I think that's really cool. And then if you also look at the top of my screen, you are able to also still use another shortcut to, you know, put down more symbols or emojis. You can view the keyboard viewer. So I just think these are so cool to have as a little cheat sheet. So the next thing that we're going to talk about are the cons. The thing that I wanted to touch on is the color. The color to me did not accurately represent what a gold what a gold MacBook looked like. To me, it honestly looked like a rose gold, or even a, you know, slightly pink, you know. I don't think it really looked the way that it was shown on the MacBook. So it wasn't a deal breaker to me, but the color definitely did not look gold at all to me. The next thing that we're going to talk about is getting accustomed to a MacBook from a HP previous user. So I will honestly say it did not take me long to get acclimated to the MacBook because I love, you know, playing around with new technology. I can say probably the first 1 to 2, maybe 3 days, I was like trying to do things such as right click and then looking at the list of, you know, options, but it's like I can't use what I'm used to learning or knowing with this MacBook. So I really advise you guys to definitely you know, for one, look at the manual. They have one electronically on the MacBook, which I actually said in my unboxing video. Again, if you have not seen that before, definitely take a look at that. I think it's very helpful. So yeah, those are the things that I can honestly say I did kind of struggle with for the first 1 to 3 days. So yeah. Lastly, we're going to talk about the ports. With the ports, honestly, it's not too big of a deal, but it can kind of be annoying because you would have to buy an extra like device to put into your ports so you can have extra and multiple ports to charge your phone or charge another, you know, whatever. But they give you 2 charging cables here. And then they have this headphone set, which honestly, I was really surprised that they even had this option. And I don't know if just because I have AirPods and, you know, I don't really use, you know, the headphones anymore. But next thing that we're going to talk about is my experience. I think overall, I definitely adapted to this MacBook very fast within these, you know, few days to now a week. I really love it. I think because I'm constantly on it, I'm always finding something new, whether it's a feature or something that I've learned. So I definitely think I adapted really well. I did notice a couple of overheated moments, and it was only like 2 times, honestly, and I've heard that in the reviews a lot. So I don't know, again, about it being a universal thing, but based off my experience, I was running a couple of apps. I want to say it was like iMovie. I had various you know, apps on Google or maybe Spotify or something like that all at the same time, that it, you know, I heard the fan going a little bit, but it wasn't for too long. I want to say it was like 5 minutes. I did close out some apps. I don't know how many apps I had running in the background, but it was very subtle. It didn't, you know, cause me any distress or anything like that. So it was just a quick, you know, simple, like I said, like overheating a little bit. It was just warm. So yeah, and then I did also notice that it closed automatically, and I think it was probably that same day too. It was only one time, and again, I was on iMovie. So I think the thing is, maybe you can't have a lot of, you know, apps available at one time, especially just depending on what you're trying to do. And again, I was on iMovie and I was just trying to upload something that took, honestly, maybe 20 minutes. I think I uploaded my YouTube video and it took 20 minutes for it to kind of like, you know, sync and process, but it didn't cause me any hardships. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is customization. I ended up getting a couple of things from Amazon, and I'll probably do like another clip so you guys can kind of see, you know, what I was doing. I had recorded it yesterday, but I was like, it wasn't really in the best lighting, but just bear with me. But yeah, I ended up purchasing 3 things. It was the case, it was the keyboard cover, and it was also a screen cover for your screen. And it was honestly like $20 with taxes, but I think, you know, before taxes, like $17.59. And I did get it from Amazon Prime, which was really cool. I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna show you what mine look like. So it's clear like this, and then they have this, I don't know why, honestly, it has like these little airs for like the fan or whatever, but I don't know, whatever. So it came like this. It also came with a couple of stickers here, which I just put one here, and then I'll show you what my keyboard looks like. So it looks like this. It's so pretty, and then the screen, you know, cover looks like that. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was an easy process, except for the top piece. Honestly, I think it took me about 10 to 20 minutes to actually hear it clip and everything. And I did get instructions for it, but it didn't really go into details about the top part. So I don't know if maybe I was just very eager to try to put it on and I wasn't paying attention, or if, you know, I don't know. I don't really think it did give great instructions. The instructions were just, and I threw it away, so I'm sorry. But the instructions had different pictures. I want to say the first picture was like maybe of the bottom piece, and then maybe it had the top piece. It just, I don't know. It was just very basic. So I didn't know which side to put it on, because there's this one piece right here, and you could, if you feel it, you'll know that it's at the bottom. And that was the only way that I was able to distinguish it and successfully install it. It came to actually installing like the little screen cover. That was okay. I do have some bubbles here, so I'm not the best at it, but it's okay. Like, I just want to make sure my screen, you know, cover is fine. It doesn't have that much scratches or whatever. So I definitely think that's worth purchasing this right now. A 10 out of 10, because I freaking love it. I use it every day, and I'm just really satisfied. I'm really satisfied about it. And I was a little bit nervous too about the Core i5, because initially people were saying like, oh my gosh, like this is not good for YouTubers, blah, 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 blah. But I think coming from an HP, I have no type of understanding or maybe any type of concept. You know, if I used a previous MacBook before, I was just so thankful and happy to just honestly have something that's faster than my HP. And now my HP is not even working anymore, which is crazy how timing works. But I'm very satisfied with it. Right now, it's not giving me problems, you know, because I do YouTube, and this will probably be about a 10 maybe plus minutes video. My last two videos actually, one was roughly almost at 10 minutes, and then the other one was definitely like 13 to 14 minutes. So I think this is good. I cannot accurately tell somebody to, you know, purchase it if they're used to making 30 to an hour video. I just honestly don't have that experience yet, but I think this is a good starter for definitely a student, and maybe a beginner YouTuber like myself. I don't know. I think it's just really up to your preference and how you're going to use it and what you're going to be using it for. But yeah, I love it so much. So yeah, kind of wanted to give you guys a 1 week follow-up. If you guys are new here and you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up and comment down below. Also, for anybody that has any type of questions, I will do the best that I can to answer them. If you want to comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.